Welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you're a clean energy investor or a VC, you already know that the blue economy is the absolute next massive frontier. But let's be real for a second. The ocean is wildly unpredictable, and unpredictability is the ultimate enemy of investment. Today, we're taking a high-level look at exactly how to protect, optimize, and really future-proof your marine investments. We're going to dive into how a company called Teraom is fundamentally structuralizing offshore integration, basically turning these volatile marine environments into highly bankable assets.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the offshore energy opportunity, then look at de-risking with Teraom, followed by their Metocean intelligence engine. Fourth, we'll hit the net zero and ESG pathway. And finally, we'll wrap up with the long-term play in the blue economy. Let's get into it.
All right, part one, the offshore energy opportunity, and really how we navigate the ocean's volatility.
We all know offshore clean energy is the future, right? But it's inherently risky. The billion-dollar question is, how do we actually de-risk the unpredictable ocean? This right here is the primary gap in marine energy today. You can literally have the most advanced offshore wind turbines in the world, but without accurately mapping and predicting atmospheric forces, your capital is totally exposed to massive, unforeseen liabilities.
Think about traditional offshore risks for a moment. You've got environmental blind spots, crushing operational delays, surprise regulatory fines, literally the stuff that keeps project managers awake at night. Now compare that to Teraom's optimized solutions. They aren't just some tech startup. They are the essential bridge transforming those raw risks into reliable operations. By deploying real-time forecasting, AI digital twins, and proactive ESG compliance tools, they completely eliminate the guesswork. For an investor, this is the crucial transition from a volatile gamble to a tightly managed, data-driven energy portfolio.
Moving into Section 2, De-risking with Teraom, who act as the ultimate optimization partner.
It's all about finding that absolute sweet spot in the offshore sector. On one side, you've got the newer frontier of offshore wind feasibility. On the other side, traditional oil and gas integration. Teraom operates right smack in the middle. Risk reduction and optimization. They basically take the rigorous battle-tested methodologies from the oil and gas sector and cross-pollinate them with renewable offshore wind projects. This means your renewable assets actually benefit from decades of hardcore traditional marine survival strategies.
So how do they actually pull this off? Let's apply the so what principle to a few of their playbook strategies. Take spatial meta-ocean intelligence, using deep ocean data to inform your operational models, or high-frequency radar systems giving you continuous weather and wave data. So what? Well, for your investment portfolio, it means you aren't pausing a multi-million-dollar operation just because of a surprise storm. You have the decision support tools and real-time forecasting to prevent those costly operational delays before they even happen. It's about protecting the bottom line through sheer technological awareness.
Which brings us to Section 3, Intelligence, Metocean, and Data. I like to call this the engine of certainty.
To really grasp their end-to-end capabilities, picture this. Out on the water, you have highly advanced oceanographic data buoys literally battling the elements to collect raw atmospheric and water quality metrics. But as we know, raw data is pretty useless without interpretation. That's where the sophisticated AI control room comes in. Those raw inputs are fed directly into digital twins and machine learning models. It's a continuous, closed-loop system of certainty that capture the pulse of the ocean and instantly translate it into actionable intel for stakeholders.
Just to give you a sense of the thoroughness here, Teraom actually tracks over 30 meteorological and oceanographic data points. 30! But highlighting high-value metrics like wave measurements, surface currents, and crucially, dissolved methane and PCO2 in both the water and air, that is an absolute goldmine. For a clean energy investor, tracking carbon and methane right at the source isn't just about operational safety. It's the exact empirical data you need to definitively prove your environmental impact to regulators and your LPs.
And this all feeds perfectly into their organizational structure. Teraom's core team expertise spans offshore marine surveys, Metocean Industries, AI, direct air capture, and renewable energy. And importantly, it doesn't just sit in isolated silos. It's intentionally funneled down into one critical outcome: ESG compliance integration, which leads straight to emissions reduction strategies. For an investor, this proves Teraom is purposely built to take incredibly complex, multidisciplinary ocean data and automatically spit out the exact ESG compliance metrics your board is demanding.
All right, Section 4, the net zero and ESG pathway, or as I like to think of it, future-proofing your portfolios. Teraom structures their development into 3 really clear steps to turn all that massive data into actual carbon negativity. Step 1 involves sensor-based strategies that feed big data projects. Step 2 moves from just monitoring to active mitigation. Think implementing dust capture systems and direct air capture. And Step 3 crystallizes everything into delivering certified net zero projects. It's a very pragmatic staircase, really. You sense the environment, you clean it, and you end up with a certified net zero project. When you map out this net zero pipeline, it all starts with that advanced data collection we just talked about. From there, it branches into operational efficiency, IoT cloud computing, energy transition strategies, and digital solutions. But the really exciting path is how operational efficiency leads directly into dust capture for carbon removal, and then right into direct air capture systems. It proves to investors that net zero isn't just a buzzword on a pitch deck. It is a meticulously engineered pipeline. By the time data moves through the system, it has optimized your project and actively scrubbed carbon from the environment. Supporting all of this are some highly targeted strategic initiatives. A big standout is infrastructure utilization, which focuses on using existing infrastructure to reduce environmental disruption alongside technology integration, pulling IoT and cloud solutions into legacy systems. They also have a massive focus on broad emission reductions and carbon removal. Look, as an investor, you want a partner who doesn't just want to build shiny new things from scratch, but someone who can integrate sustainably with what's already out there to support the global energy transition efficiently.
Let's bring it home with Section 5, Investing in the Blue Economy. This is the long-term play.
You should know, Teraom isn't just reacting to the market, they're actually shaping the academic and industrial standards. They recently presented a concept on Seawall-Based marine ecosystems development at the 2024 Pacific Asia Offshore Mechanics Symposium. That kind of validation is huge. When you partner with or invest alongside Teraom, you're aligning with the team that is literally writing the playbook on how to integrate coastal redesign with resilient marine ecosystem development.
Because the blue economy is like this massive, interconnected puzzle. It's not just one single thing. It ranges from coastal tourism and aquaculture to artificial reefs and mangrove buffers. Every piece of this puzzle represents a distinct asset class, a totally unique revenue stream, but they all share the exact same volatile ocean environment. Teraom's Metocean data, their ESG pipeline, their optimization strategies, these are the interlocking mechanisms that hold this entire investment ecosystem together safely and profitably.
Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought for you to consider. Are your current portfolios genuinely ready for the net zero ocean frontier? If you're flying blind without high-frequency meta-ocean data, or if your ESG compliance is just an afterthought instead of a fully engineered pipeline, honestly, the answer might be no. The blue economy is incredibly rich with opportunity, but only for those who know how to truly de-risk the deep. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll catch you next time.